Hello students, it is I, Mr. Mikasa, and we are back with another edition of Mr. Mikasa's Digital Lessons. And this lesson is dedicated to my 7th grade computers class. And as you can see for our lesson, once again, I'm doing another screen recording. Here is an image of my laptop with my Cyclone of Doom. I have my annotation tool up here on top, so that way you can see my annotations and the things I made adjustments to as I'm working on your guys' work, so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm highlighting to. So we actually have that tool as well. And on today's lesson, we are going over Google Slides again. So here we go. We're back to Google again. So today, our purpose of our meeting is to talk about slide transitions as well as animations. So last time we were logged onto Google Slides, I showed you guys how to navigate it, how to add new slides, how to format text, how to add text boxes, things of that nature. Now we're going to go to the next level and adding some animations as well as slide transitions. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go to my little waffle icon up here in the right hand corner. I'm going to go to my drive. Now I've made I already made an example of a presentation that I'm going to show you guys here real quick, and this one's just basically just showing you a comparison between Call of Duty and Fortnite. It's just a little thing I wanted to show you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into presentation mode. So we go to View and Present It, so that way you guys can see exactly what it looks like. So this is what my slide would look like. As you can see, it has blank. There's no information on it. What I'm going to show you guys to do today is how you do what's called animations for your slide presentations to make add a little neato effect to your guys' work and make it look a little more professional. So for example, if I'm comparing the two video games, Call of Duty and Fortnite, and every single time I click my mouse, as you can see here, information pops up. So you can see here the Call of Duty information flew in from the left-hand side and presented itself. Okay, so I'm going to go back and fix that real quick. Go back another step. I'm going to press it again. Alright, you can see that little flying animation, right? That's called an animation. So whenever your teachers want you to create a Google slide presentation that has animations in it, this is what they're talking about. In fact, if I was to click my mouse again, another set of information pops in. Alright, there you go. There's another example of an animation to do that. So those are what the animations are. We're going to show you guys how to make animations today on your Google Slides. Now, I'm going to go to my next slide, and you're going to see a little effect that takes place between this slide and my next slide. It's called a dissolve effect. So if I click the mouse again, you see that little bleed through effect that just did that? So if I was to go back here again, I'm going to do it one more time for you guys. So a little bleed through effect, how I get from one to another, and then click on the little picture to make it spin. All right, that transition that took place between my slides, where it dissolves like that, that's called a transition. Okay, so as you can see that you can make transitions between your different slides and animate those transitions to make it interesting. So if your teacher requires you to put a transition on your Google presentation, this is what they're talking about. So once again, that's an animation, a little spinning effect, while that dissolving effect between the slides, that's a transition. So that's what we're going to show you guys how to do today. All right. So to do that, we're going to show you guys your little Google situation here. So here's my Google slide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a brand new slide. So I'm going to go to go and minimize that real quick. So I'm going to go to my little plus icon. I'm going to make a new slide, and I'm going to change the layout of my slide as well. Let's see here. Let's go with a one column of text, so that way you can create information here. And let's say, give it a title real quick. We'll say Apex Legends. All right, that's another video game that does the whole battle royale thing. And let's type in some random information about Apex Legends real quick. I'm gonna put a little bullet point there to do that. Let's say free to play, jump abilities, because you can rock yourself with those jump abilities on that game, and I don't know, cool graphics. Let's just put those down. All right. And I'm gonna increase the font on that one so that way you guys can see it better. Okay, that's about large enough. Now, let's pretend we want to make an animation for our text here, for our information we're providing about Apex Legends. To do that, what you need to do is go to your guys' transition animation portion up here as well. So if you look up here, there's a little button here that says transition. That's one way you can go about doing it. Or you can actually click on your text here and highlight it. You can then right click it, of course, and you, of course, put the little animation option if you want to as well. Look for animation there if you want. But for me, though, I'm just going to do like the real basic thing. So I'm just going to go to transition, click on that, and let's see here. Let's go with animations. Object animation. So what we need to do here, we just need to highlight the text we need to. We go to object animations here, plus the add animation button. And that's going to give us our different types of animations we can choose from. Now there's all kinds you can choose from. You can choose zoom in, you can choose spin, disappear, fade in, fade out, fly in for the right, whatever you want to do. In this case, I'm just going to do a spin on mine just because it's really simple to do. And if I want to preview what it look like, I can just hit the little play button and it's going to show me if I click on it. So it spins like that. So I think that looks cool. So I'm going to use that little spin ability as well. Now you could choose whether you have it timed or with previous ones, or you can do on the click. I just picked the click because it's easier. So I just click that, and then of course now my animation is located in my slide now. So if I was to go to my view, if I decide to look at it, what it look like in present mode, I can just click on it and see it spin and realize, okay, good, it's working. So I just hit the X button and then I'm out of there. Now let's pretend you want to do a slide transition. You want to put a transition between this slide as well as the previous slide. That's where you go here to slide transitions. And of course you just pick which one you want. There's all kinds of different ones. You have fade, sliding from left to right, flip, cube, whatever one you want. I'm going to choose cube because it looks cool. And you can choose what speed it happens to it as well. I'm just going to hit play so that way I can see what it looks like. So you can see there it has that little cube effect. Let's go ahead and try that little quick so that way you can see what the preview looks like again. I think that's a really good one, so I'm going to hit stop, and that's basically how you do it. So now when I close this out, it's going to be applied to my slide. And you can tell too, because when you go over here to the left hand side of your little preview menu, you see these little icons here. That means there's animations and slide transitions placed on your presentation. So if we were to go back to the beginning, go to view, and go to presentation mode again. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go way back to the beginning again. There we go. So now if we go through my entire presentation, I just click on the mouse. You can see my animations are showing up for my slide. Click the mouse again for my transition. I click the mouse again for another animation. Click my mouse again for another transition. And another click again for my animation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That pretty much ends my presentation on that part. So that's how you go about adding slide transitions and animations to different portions of your text. Now, my suggestion to you for the rest of the class, go ahead and take your guys' Google slide tools, open it up, make a little fake presentation, and experiment. The easiest and fastest way for you guys to learn anything new about a program is just to experiment. Play around with it, mess with it, see what kind of stuff you do. If you make a mistake, that's fine. It's all for practice anyway, so you can just delete it and you can start all over again. That's the nice thing about these programs. All right, so that's what I want you to do for the rest of the hour. I want you to go ahead and do your practicing making slide transitions as well as animations for each of your slides. See what you guys can do, what kind of crazy combinations you can kind of come up with, all right? And have fun with it, because that's the neat thing about these presentation softwares, especially the slide transitions as well as the animations. So that's going to do for this digital lesson, you guys. It's pretty quick and simple on this one. So as always, if you guys have any questions at all, do not hesitate to message me and I'll be getting right back to you guys as quickly as I can. That's going to do it for this digital lesson, you guys. I will catch you guys next one. Peace out and stay classy.